Hi, welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. We're in Monkey Mines. It's all
Now,
monkey-ish.
like, we've discussed this privately, but the difficulty curve goes sharply up for this world. I do like the atmospheric music in this level.
It's quite,
Now, Winky's walkway isn't so bad. Like, this is
Sounds
probably a gentle introduction to the stage, but things go sharply downhill from here.
I'm always a bit disappointed with the frog.
Yeah, I feel like there should be more to him.
I just, like, it's useful, but it's not like the invincible Deathmobile that Rambi is, for
No,
instance.
like, if you're gonna lose any, like, apart from maybe the ostrich, I think it's called Espresso?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, apart from him, I think Winky's probably, like, one of the easiest to sort of just get hurt on and lose, but he's done already. But I feel like in, say, Donkey Kong 2 and 3, there's a spider who can do all kinds of stuff with webs.
Squitter, I believe.
Squitter, now.
This is hell.
Like, I feel if any level in any game makes my heart pump without being a chase level, it's this one. Mainly because of halfway through the level, there are those Kremlings in mine carts that you narrowly have to dodge.
It's so unforgiving.
Like, I think that's basically the mantra of some of these levels. Like, you have to have like an incremental mindset. You'll get halfway through a level, which will mean nothing because you still have to overcome a gauntlet of, say, 15 pretty tricky jumps.
Yeah.
See, that's halfway through, and that wasn't so bad, but things start
This
getting a
is
bit
when-
real.
yep.
I hate that, because that jump
It's a pain.
is a pain, because you slow down, and it doesn't really seem to be paced well. I think that's probably the worst part of this level, in terms of
Well,
unfairness.
I don't know, mate.
So, there's Crash, Spell Decay, the first of such many.
That was tight.
That was tight.
I've never got that one up, I don't think. The
No.
one that's under the thing.
When it comes to, like, grabbing, like, optional items in these levels, I don't bother.
No, it's...
It's just never seems worth it.
You say that, you got Kong though.
Yeah, but that's pretty straightforward. They give you that one, I think. Ooh, that's a
I
bit
mean,
of
you're
a-
making this look a lot easier than it is.
No, this is definitely like take 7 or something. Now, Kirby's okay, because I can die and then I can just get back up again, but in this, you don't want to see this level 5 times. You may claim you do, but you don't. Because I just
If so, just rewatch that bit of the video.
yeah, just do that. But I'm telling you, like...
We'll
if
even go online and record separate commentaries. We're not going to do that.
Well, I'm doing the level again just so I can get Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Because
So,
they don't give you him. They don't give you a Donkey Kong barrel at all in the first sort of part of this level, which I find is quite unfair because there's a lot of hazards early on.
anyway, you were saying something before all that.
No, I wasn't. Anyway, here's a tire. One of the first ones you can actually roll around and do what you like with.
Now,
It gets you little because you can do everything you need to do apart from the 10 banana pickup without it.
now, I'm sure someone must have commented on some point, but I've never seen anyone say it. Why are there tyres? There's no cars.
Why are there tires at all?
Yeah.
I would put
They
that
live in
down.
the jungle.
I would put that down to the Krem Industries world, which is like world 4 or 5. It's like a factory world.
Oh, okay.
I imagine they're being mass produced.
So you don't think it was like a...
I think actually now I'm thinking about it. This is probably the whole reason that the bananas were stolen. Now think about it, right? What do monkeys love playing on in zoos?
children? Tyres. Right, we'll say tyres.
We'll say tires for now.
So that's where you want me to go with that.
But monkeys themselves don't have any sort of way of producing them. But these very
What are you looking for?
well, there's a tire and there's 3 bananas up there. I thought maybe there was a secret. Maybe there is, but I've not found it. So let's press on. So monkeys like tires,
Yeah.
and the very resourceful Kremlings have a factory to produce said tires. So the monkeys are like, "Oh, can you make some tires?" And we're like, "Yeah." And it's like, "Oh, do you want anything in return?" It's like, "No, don't worry about it. We'll sort you out later." But the monkeys never get around to actually paying them back and just play on the tires all the time. So one morning, I find all the bananas are gone. That's just like the heavies coming around to collect their payment. So this is basically how Lone Dodger, Donkey Kong, and his little scally friend Diddy try and get around the law.
So in many ways you could read this game as an analogy for Duke Nukem Forever.
Basically, yeah.
That was a joke there.
That frog is useless.
It's not useless.
I don't like him.
You get an extra hit if nothing else. But
That's-
I don't like him. Like, even though I know it's more beneficial than not having it, sometimes I'll just avoid it because I can't be bothered.
I'm getting
Screw
stung a
that
bit.
jump up.
Did a bit, but So far, doing okay.
You do.
Doing alright.
I'm glad you've edited deaths out of this one. Although I'm a bit disappointed in that I can't take the piss out of you for dying. So
Oh, I make sure, like, I've got a policy of maybe, like, maximum 1 or 2 deaths per part, because it wouldn't be a Jack playthrough if it wasn't for the odd death.
I don't think you died in the last one. That was nice tyre work.
That was entirely lucky.
Are you doing this... Did you pick this game to sort of compensate for Kirby? Because you're doing pretty well on here.
I feel like a death in Donkey Kong is forgivable. I think a death in Kirby is sort of like... Well, you've basically been taking the mickey out of me ever since.
Yeah, I think that's justified.
I think so too, but at
Stop
least...
and go.
I really like this as a concept level.
And it never gets used again, does it?
Nope. But I think that's quite nice about like the Donkey Kong series. Like, they have an idea for a level, and they rarely like recycle them. And if they do, they add a twist to it. Even the minecart stage, the second one, it's different. Because rather than jumping with the entire cart, you jump out of the cart instead.
Yeah.
Which is slightly different, and they do different things with it.
There's some good... the minecart levels on 64 actually are probably some of the best parts of the game, in my opinion. I know some people don't like them.
But like, that's the thing, like with... even Mario's guilty of... Well, very guilty of just taking an idea and using it in every single game from then on, even within the same game. Like, if Rare had made Zelda, say, you wouldn't see a hookshot more than once. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see your point. It's a shame Rare have become terrible.
They're not even what they were. They're just a shadow of what they used to be. I don't think any of the same people even work there anymore.
No.
But I might be wrong on that.
I find those... I think if I was a kid, I would find those sort of moving automaton Kremling things quite scary.
They are, the rock crocs as they're called, are quite intimidating. Especially how fast they move as well, compared to everything else you've seen in the game up to now. This is probably the most heart-pumping jump of the level, having to move that tyre.
You really aced it there.
Yeah.
Yeah!
And that was first take as well, I was quite happy with that.
Solid. But you don't have to brag.
I do, really. I mean, I feel like I need to gain some ground back.
We need to dive into Candy's save point.
I always do that. So let's do Millstone Mayhem.
Now, Donkey Kong is a game I think that maybe overvalues. I've forgotten the phrase.
Come on.
Oh dear. Well, things begin with the same adjective. Not adjective.
Alliteration?
Yes, alliteration.
Oh,
adjective consonant. What am I talking about?
Oh, Ben.
I haven't had much sunlight today. Sunlight fuels my word powers.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, so anyway, back to the game.
Back to the game. Now, I always feel like those gophers in those millstones are in some sort of private hell. Now, this is quite an unforgiving minigame, but I do it nonetheless.
Well, I think anyone playing along at home knew it was there. I know I did.
But
unless the video uploads badly to YouTube, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, what are these guys up to? How are they helping the cause?
The naughty's in a existential nightmare. I see your point.
Just like, I know like if this was true 3D you could just jump out the side, but he's endlessly running in a dark room from what I would imagine. Oh, I missed out on it.
Screwed it up.
I did indeed. Look at Diddy, he's just infuriated at that incompetence. It's alright, I've got on.
What's your favourite anagram of the word Kong?
Good knock. See, that music really makes you feel your failure.
Yeah.
It's like the keyboard cat of this era, I think.
It's so just do.
Oh no. And let's try that again, shall we? I felt like I didn't really need to retake that because I wasn't too far away from this, the midpoint. And do I do it this time? No. I could have done it, I suppose.
Yeah, why didn't you bother?
Well, I've just got Didier. I didn't want to risk hitting the millstone.
All the hardcore DK fans are just turning this video off.
Let them.
No, don't let them. Stop them. Actively stop them.
If you're near somebody trying to turn that video off because of that, and that alone, interrupt.
Yeah.
Now, the best way to take care of those snakes is to, like, get hit by the millstone.
Brilliant.
No, I was going to say
strategy.
cartwheel or roll into them because you get a sort of invincibility roll which makes you just plough through them. Now watch out for these potato-throwing vultures. They're,
Potato?
I think. Well, what do you think they are?
Rocks?
I always thought they were potatoes. Mainly because another.
Potatoes are a lot more common than rocks in the jungle.
No, but hear me out. Because there's another vulture enemy, which is a little tiny blackbird thing, which spits those things out regularly. I'm thinking potatoes, yes. Rocks, no. Okay, well, we'll agree to disagree on that one. But I think since you managed to beat me on the whole polar bear versus pig thing in the Kirby playthrough. See, again, look at all that melted caramel. No need to go on the rampages going on.
Now, what do you envisage the body of this bird looking like?
I don't know.
I'm picturing like a horse body.
Like a centaur.
Yeah.
A guy with a stick.
A guy with a stick.
Where the end of the stick is that.
Oh right, okay. So
That's
it's not
the
just...
end of that's the end
okay.
of that. So Monkey Minds is done quite well, I would say.
Let's not get cocky. Vine Valley in
In
part 3.
See you then.